redraw your attention to when we were talking about Sikhs having a Vedic or a Sanatani connection. Where did we lose that, and how do we regain that is the biggest question right now.
No, the thing is, you know, for example, once you start something, you know, and you develop an institution around it, and, you know, institution develops its own bureaucracy and its own leaders, it's very, very hard to undo it. So now, for example, SGPC stands for everything. And you know what is so fascinating? They just keep repeating, you know, it's so fascinating. You know, they keep saying we have sacrificed a loss for the nation and we have historic. You know, what is fascinating, if you go into the history of SGPC, so they existed for a generation before India became independent. So you read all their submissions to the British government. They always say, we have served the British crown very well. वो कहते हैं हमने अंग्रेजों के लिए बहुत कुर्बानियां दी हैं. So first they should decide they have sacrificed for the British or they have sacrificed for the Sanatan, right? And then they, what do you say? In their thing, they actually used to give in writing to the British that they will not indulge in any political activity. And actually, you could not be a part of SGPC if you did anything against the British or spoke anything against the British or indulge in politics against the British. So this was like a British institution. And, you know, to give you a very small idea, they say SGPC stands for Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee. Now look at it. Committee. Is it a Braj word? Is it a Hindi word? Committee is an English word. Yeah. It was created by the British. You can say Manch or, you know, Samiti or something like that. So they have created it. Now they say Gurdwara Prabandham. It was only for management of Gurdwaras. This is explicitly and repeatedly what they said to the British. We have nothing to do with politics. Now they say we are sole representative of the Sikhs. And they, again, you know, they are kind of a Muslim personal law board. So there is a perverse institution and it has like hundreds and millions of, you know, in donation. So that basically controls everything. So when we are doing it social reform, we are not doing social reform at the level of a society. We are kind of like fighting a supra state, which is the SGPC, which is at the root of all perversion. You know, again, you know, this conversion is happening. Again, they have made it such a Talibani religion that you can't breathe, you can't question or something like that. That's why there is such an exodus to Christianity. Why are you blaming only the Christians? Haryana and Punjab are sister states. They have the same socio-economic pattern. They are also like farming or something. Why is this mass conversion not happening in Haryana? Why is it only happening in Punjab? And if you look at this, Haryana, for example, it started everything at a lower level than Punjab. Punjab stole Haryana's water. That is a different thing, but it got everything worse. But look at Haryana, how it is progressing. The crisis was so acute in Punjab. To give you another example, when I grew up, I'm only 37 years old. In my time, in my youth, Punjab used to be the number one in sports, right? It was, now Haryana is getting 50% of the international medals that India wins, 50%. And the second is not Punjab, second is far off Manipur. So you can't even compete in sports. Are the mothers of Haryana giving more butter to their children? This SGPC has created such a spiritual crisis that we are feeling in everything from economics to, you know, spirituality to sports. Until that perverse institution is uprooted and challenged, which is very hard because, you know, like we are fighting at our level and telling what is the history and what they have done, you know, how they've distorted our history and our guru's own words, like, and we are giving it with evidence. But again, you know, the government in its all foolishness, it's like it's somebody thinking if we strengthen the Muslim personal law board, it will be a big benefit to the Muslims, which is completely wrong. So that is what I respect what Modi ji is doing in terms of economics, in last mile delivery, in rooting out corruption. I respect him for that. But on this, he's completely wrong, and he has no appreciation of the consequences of what will be of this.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.